Okay, so I saw this from Britney's Crave on Twitter. They say, which album changed Britney Spears' career? You could go multiple different ways with this, to be honest with you. So, first album, Baby One More Time, the single, I mean, super iconic and rightfully so. You Drive Me Crazy, sometimes all hits in their own right. Second album, she really capitalized off the success that she would gain with songs like Oops, I Did It Again. You also have Lucky as well, and you have Stronger, which I cannot forget. And what I think really changed her career, to be honest, is the Britney album because, she would work with Pharrell, Neptunes with I'm a Slave for You. She had Overprotected. She even did I'm Not a Girl, Not Yet a Woman, kind of stating where she was at that point in her life. She would do the Crossroads movie at the same time to promote the album in a sense. You also have Bombastic Love, Anticipating, Let Me Be. Like, she just really had a lot of great moments on this album. And I feel like this album was her really stepping into her own. And that's often what happens with, teenage stars. You step in at one point, you're the girl next door, and then you have to have a moment where you really break through and you say, this is me. Like, I'm getting older now. This is who I'm going to be. This is my imaging, and that's exactly what she did with the Britney album. I mean, she just really had a great era, and I think that it is one of her best albums. So I would definitely say this in terms of a change of her imaging and how her music sounded and stuff like that. And I think that it was a big improvement from the first two albums, which I really don't go back to, beside the singles and a few album tracks at best. But yeah, I really think that this was a strong, moment for her and the era. And yeah, I cannot stress that enough. And then next up, she had the In Zone album, Me Against the Music with Madonna and Toxic. I mean, what else can be said? Early Morning is one of my favorite Britney songs, by the way, of course. Then we get into the Blackout album, which I absolutely love. She had Give Me More, Piece of Me, Toy Soldier is very underrated, Heaven on Earth, Why Should I Be Sad is one of my favorite Britney songs of all time. And yeah, again, a change of the imaging kind of drastically with the black hair, the music videos, and kind of with the album. She is getting personal, kind of talking about how the media views her, talking about her divorce, just talking about what she went through in life, but kind of cheekily doing so for the most part. And the electro pop, she was just really ahead of her time. Shout out to Danger for producing this Oh He Ate, and all the other producers involved in this album and songwriters. Yeah, they did what needed to be done. And then after that, we go on to her Circus album. She said she wanted something lighter after the Blackout album. And so, there's a lot of great songs on this, and also I have to mention Out From Under. I believe that that was a cover, but I really liked what she did with that. It just felt really real. So I truly appreciate that. And then I also have to mention Unusual You, which is one of her best. I Do Not Care. We had Womanizer off of this album as well. I feel like this album is very underrated. Like, people always want to hate on this album. I'm like, oh, she definitely ate. And this also marked whenever she first got into the conservatorship. And thankfully, she is out now. I will say that. And then we have Femme Fatale, Till the World Ends. And, we have some other hit songs in there as well, such as Criminal, for example. And, looking at this, they completely erased Britney Jean, as they should, because that was an awful album. Work Bitch was iconic, though, I'll give, them that. But the album, she wasn't really creatively involved in that, so that's not really on her. And then in Glory, Swimming in the Stars is one of my favorites. I love, Slumber Party. So, yeah, a lot of different ways you could go with this, but honestly, for me, I'm definitely going with the Britney album, Oh History. One of the best, Good Girl Gone Bad kind of eras in music, in my opinion at least. Or, honorable mentions of the Blackout album, but I think it's strongly between those two. Let me know your picks down below in the comments. What is your favorite album out of these? What is your favorite song out of these? How do you rank these? Let me know it all.